You give me enough love and enough affection. God. You're always paying attention. Woman, I'm so proud, girl, to be your lover. You love me nicely till I lose my control. I will never, never, never let you down. I will stand by your...
Ladies and gentlemen, our guest for today. So guest tuambia maybe in a nutshell,
yeah.
Wanakuitaje huku nje? What are the rumors? Watu wanasema unaitwanga nani huku nje? Ukituambianga pia wewe ni nani na unafanya nini? Kitu kama hiyo.
So gava inanijua kama Immaculate. Government ndio Immaculate. Huku nje naitwa IMA or IMA. Jina ya M-Pesa. Just send it to 07. You don't need to know that. You just see, yeah, it's a random name. My parents are Catholic. Yeah, so IMA. So IMA is both.
It's double M-I-M-A.
No, it's IMA because so IMA is my short form for Immaculate, and then IMA are the initials for my names, which is Immaculate Mary Anyango.
Maybe just a little bit into your musical journey. Kwanza unaimba tu ama you have a daytime job alafu kuna kuimba tena huko kando?
I have many jobs. I practice and I also sing. And yeah.
Medical practice.
Legal practice. I'm an advocate.
Na nini na wasanii na hizi makosi ngumu? Like artists, if they are not lawyers, utasikia tu course actuarial science. Utasikia there's a technical. Is it a requirement basically? Kuna place yenye kusoma na usanizi na ingiliana?
I don't think so. I think it's just either you have it or you don't. So even despite you doing whatever course you're doing, I feel your talent will not let you rest until you actualize it. So even if you're a doctor and your calling is in DJing, you'll find a way to do it. I don't think there's an actual we set out to do this and this. It's just along the way we realize I like to do this. I have this talent. Well, let me just exploit.
Trial and error, it just calls you to do it.
It's not really, there's never really trial and error, because error would mean you're failing. And failures are not, it's lessons you're learning.
Apparently you can do more than one thing. MDQ alita, MDQ.
Patricia Kihoro.
Patricia. But both of them, MDQ alisema, what was the name?
Polymath, yes.
So,
yes.
Alafu there's a guest we had, Nicole, alisema multifaceted creative. As in you can do more than one thing, you can sing and other things. So, unaweza fanya vitu ngapi?
I am a polymath. So, I can sing, I can write songs, I can write articles. So, I'm literary inclined also. I can paint, I'm a fine artist. I can dance.
Painting, ama ni zile painting una explain ya mtu sasa unaona hii.
Paintings.
Unaona hii, it's not what it looks like.
No. Painting is expression. When you see colors on canvas, it's not just colors on canvas. It's somebody who was feeling something and they expressed it in those colors. And sometimes you can identify with these colors also depending on what you're feeling personally as the viewer. You could be going through a hard time, you could be going through a really good time. So a happy painting, we would really connect with it and we even want to buy it. If you saw a painting reflecting sadness to you, from the colors, from how this person has painted it, from the whatever it is the subject matter is, you would actually feel sad looking at this piece of work. So I think it just depends on perspective. Exactly. There are people who just don't get art, and that's okay. Not everybody. It's not meant for everybody. But if you do, then you know there are certain things that will move you so much. That's why people even buy songs. People buy books, people buy movies, because something that this thing has done to you. Like I can tell you to list your top 3 favorite movies, and you'd list them, right?
I'm much of a reader.
Okay, your top 3 books.
Yeah.
Yeah, because You like them for a reason. It's the same way you like these books, same way somebody look at a painting and think, I need to have this in my house.
So, a moral of the story, painting is not for everyone.
Art is not for everybody.
And it's okay if you are...
And it's completely fine, yeah. Completely. As I'm telling you, even when you're making art, whatever art you're making, you'll find people who like it. There'll always be people who like it, and the people who won't. Wimbo Nyashinsky, as good as it is, has 1.2k dislikes. And you're like, what are these people doing with their lives?
Yeah.
As what Soul Song have dislikes, you're just like, how? Yeah, I got my first dislike on Friday. I was just like, I was shook.
Which video? You want a dislike? I saw it as recent as yesterday.
Grown has no dislike.
Yeah.
DCI has 1 dislike.
And many views as well. I'm views more.
Many views. Okay, to me there are many views. And yeah, 1 dislike. I'm just like, but we're just like, that's a good thing. That means somebody took the time to feel a certain way. Because
it's YouTube.
Disliking is also an emotion.
Yeah. The process of coming up with your artist name, it can be hectic, and I think it's very basic vile umeifanya. So your inspiration ilitoka wapi? Wewe ndio msao kuwa na nickname. There's no name you have that is significant, because that's what most artists do at least. A name that has a special significance to become artistic name. So inspiration yako ya kutumia initials kutoka wapi? Uliambiwa wewe tumia hiyo?
We looked, me, my cousin, my producer, and my manager, and we looked and we had some really bad names. And I think at the end of it, I just realized, why do I have to go far from my actual name? Because even just identity-wise, it's assuming another identity, and me, I feel like I'm done. My identity is enough. So I didn't want a name where I'd have to not familiarize myself with, so that in case I'm somewhere and somebody goes random name, Mira Simski, because I haven't really gotten hit ni mimi. So Ima or Ima, I'll know off the back that's me I'm being talked about. So it was easier for me, even just identity and brand wise, to just stick with my initials. Yeah, because they're still the short form for my name.
Yeah, so let's talk pandemic reinvention. Basically una survive with corona and everything. First of all, message ya corona ilikupatia wapi? Were you within the border, sama ulikuwa nje ukanini?
Ile corona ya kwanza?
Basically, how is it like for you surviving during the pandemic, and maybe lessons then umepata kama ndio pia imefanya unaimba, because your first video came out during the same time. I don't know if you're saying thank you to corona or it's affecting you anyway, but yeah, in pandemic, where you are at right now, and how it has impacted your music career.
The pandemic was tough. No, here's the thing about the first time it hit. The first time it hit, I think those 2 cases who were detected, Brenda, those actors, Patient Zero at production. I was in school where I teach. I was there at that time. So I come back to the lobby after my class. They're like, "You guys, nikubaya sanitizing nini." So everybody's in panic. So of course everybody's just like, now work from home, nini, contact, just everything was just...
It started immediately?
No, it started immediately, but now like work-wise, we're heading to that direction of slowing everything down to see what is happening, because we didn't really know how it's going to affect us as a country. Us were just like, the white people are dying, we're going to die. We're going to die. And so my artistry suffered during the pandemic because my mental health suffered. And I think a lot of people also mentally weren't okay, because we were all closed in. You know, we're social beings. Humans, we connect with other humans. Even as an introvert, I connect with other humans. But just now, the unsurety of when this thing is gonna end, when life is going to go back to normal. How are my loved ones doing? Are they sick? Income is going down because people are not now paying for service. Everybody was holding on to money because they were just like, we're saving for a very rainy day. So of course work also got affected. So just mentally also just not knowing, there's a weird uncertainty that the pandemic brought. Just like, what is gonna happen? Is this, it was panic. And so I couldn't write. Songs were not coming. I was just in a very serious funk. And so I was just doing covers and just staying in my pajamas all day. And even just going to studio, I couldn't go into studio. And I had plans. Last year I had plans. Even just as the company I have, we had plans to create content, and we couldn't do it because outside was closed. So all these things that are just being zinagonga ukuta, it took a toll. So I just didn't feel like existing anymore. And then something happened. I think I got into the groove of the pandemic. I'm like, okay, so we are here now. What can we do about it? Am I just going to sit sad, or am I going to now take this time that I have, because I had a lot of time on my hands, except I couldn't go anywhere. So I said, okay, let me do a song. Let me just finish the song, because I started writing in 2019. So I finished it, gave my producer. He's like, it's a really dope song. So we got back into the groove of things. And so in a way, that not also being too busy also allowed me to now think about my music, think about where I wanted to go with it.
By think, you mean critically think?
Critically think exactly about where I want to go with it. And also just create and shoot stuff. So I had time. Yeah. So this second time now, what's happening right now, I think a lot of us are more not comfortable. I'd never say comfortable in the symptoms of a pandemic. But it's not hitting us mentally as hard as it was last year, because we now know we kind of know what we're dealing with. There's no panic. The issue is not financial, the financial constraints of the pandemic. But like mentally, we're like, okay, last year we did this year it's same script. Yes.
So kuna place reinvention ili happen pia kwako? Ama you're the same before Corona and how you are right now and how you'll be after?
I think Corona also made me it made me a lot more unapologetic about my decisions. Because I'm like, the world is ending, you guys. Just do something that makes you happy, Because you realize how weird life is. We think we have control where we don't. And so the best you can do really is just live as authentically to yourself as possible. So me, my songs, I know, I was sure if I took it to radio, they'd just be like, it's not really the sound, it's not a Kenyan song, because I was even told I don't sound Kenyan. I said, okay, that's fine, that's okay. It makes me happy. So reinventing meaning, wow, that's shade.
No, I mean, if you don't sound Kenyan, it means you sound.
Yeah.
I want to say matu lakini.
True. Never. Never.
I was also to ask, what kind of music would you say you do? How would you identify your sound?
So I'm predominantly a happy-go-lucky person. So as we go to pop, I like pop. So I do Afro pop and I guess Afrobeat, but Afrobeat is so wide these days. I don't know what Afrobeat is, because Bongo is also now Afrobeat. But it's mostly Afrobeat. Afrobeat, R&B, and Afropop, mostly.
Anything you're working on at the moment? Any projects to watch out for?
So
what you can think of? Should it get us by surprise and launch site?
Obviously Beyonce, drop it on the internet overnight, then get 1 million views in an hour. No.
You never know. Give it a try. You never know.
No. But I'm working on an EP to release this year. And my dream, my absolute dream is to have a concert for it, for the launch of the EP. But I don't know what's going to happen. The way things are going, this is a weird time. So I would like to have a physical concert for it. But of course, plan B, because you have to now have contingencies now with the pandemic. The contingency is to have it like recorded. Yeah, but I want to drop an EP this year, a 6-song EP also. The plan, because things happen, the plan is between August and September.
So, do you write your own songs, one?
Yes, I do.
Or do you buy?
No
Just be honest.
ghostwriter.
None
No
without-
ghostwriters.
None.
None.
Do you write your own songs? Kwanza tuanzie hapo. Do you write your own songs and what inspires the way you write your song?
So I write my own songs. What inspires my songs is what... Okay, this is what I say, yeah? I write what I'm going through. But recently I've discovered I subliminally write where I'm at. Let me to say it like this. Grown for me was a fun time, and I wanted to be a kind of club banger and whatever. The second one, Don't Complicate It, is supposed to be, it wasn't a love song at the beginning, but then it went into a love song and I was like, so it became a love song. So somebody analyzed those songs, 2 people, and they told me, it looks like you have emotional availability issues. And I said, excuse me, what? And they're like, yeah, what do you mean? They're like, listen to your songs. In fact, if anything, the second song looks like it's a continuation of the first song. I'm like, that wasn't the plan. So I say that I write what I'm going through, but qua ground, I write where I really am at. So that's something I'm also exploring as an individual. Yeah.
Of the 2 songs, you are at 2 different places while you're doing the first song and the second song.
Yeah.
I'm really avoiding to ask you which one you like most.
Don't ask it.
I'm really avoiding to ask which one you liked more like the process. It's unfortunate uko na songs mbili as at now, but kuna kuanga na song best anyway. So which zote ni zako lakini
They ask like which child I like the best.
I like sawa, wacha to rephrase. How did it feel like having your first song out? Expectations zako, reactions zilikam, ili feel aje to your feeling? Ulirusha ukasema nitaangalia after 1 month, ama you put it out there and started checking it out immediately?
I check my songs every day. Every morning before I go to sleep. Yeah. No, not every 5 minutes before. When I wake up, before I go to sleep. Grown, for me, where I was with Grown was actually inspiration of a genuine song, Genuine. And then you know the artist called Genuine?
Yeah.
It's a karaoke song that he did. I can't remember it. Have you ever heard Babylon? Like, okay, fine, so it was an inspiration of that song. And I just wanted to just have a fun song. And at the time, Boy Child was acting up. Boy Child was doing a number. And I felt like the guys I was meeting in my life were not complicating. They were being like they were.
Take your time. Calm down.
They weren't sure of what they wanted. You know, they were coming with psych. And then I'm like, okay. So if we add 1 + 1, it's 2. And they're like, it could be 3. Okay. So what are you really saying? So they were coming with other angles and not really voicing what they wanted. So Grown for me was, I know what I want. I'm old enough to know what I want. I am grown. If you're going to waste my time, let me know. Because we could waste time together. honestly, me, I'm good with that. Let me just take that back. God damn. I'm not good wasting my time now, but I was then.
Yeah.
Like going with the flow kind. Yeah, it was more like a fling. But I realized, or after I put it out, nikambiwa, it's a ladies banger. It's for chicks, it's for women. I said, that's fine. Well, don't complicate it. It was also now a realization of, and this is one of the things that was a bit of a push and pull with my creative team, because they're like, so you're a feminist? I'm like, yeah. But apparently feminists, we have a bad name out there.
You're a feminist?
Yes. But not bad.
Actually,
I'm just finishing it there. There's different schools of thought with feminism. For me, mine is mostly humanism. I don't believe in empowering the girl child, but not teaching the boy child how to live with an empowered girl.
There's empowering the girl child and oppressing them.
Exactly. There's no point. Why are you oppressing this boy child? Because at the end of the day, when this girl grows up, who is she going to date? Who is she going to interact with at the workplace? Men are not going to be removed from the face of the earth. They're going to be there for a while. They're going to be there for a while. So sometimes I feel boy child doesn't know how to express himself. He has issues. He's expected to be strong and emotionless, fight demons, and save the world, things like that. And
Shield the cold, catch the
fight the pandemic, get the cure for cancer. Sometimes I just want to just breathe and talk about what's going on. And sometimes I just want to find an outlet for that. So don't complicate it with more of. Just let me be here for you. Of course I have my motives. But, and should it happen that, it goes that direction, it's okay. But if it doesn't still, it's okay. I'm still here as a friend. So just let me in so that you can tell me what's going on, so that you can load off your chest. Yeah. Just being there as a friend. But it turned into a love song. I told you, I didn't intend it for it to be a love song, but then it went that direction.
Lyrically, just the story.
Lyrically, the story. And then my best friend told me that I am the poster child for entanglement. I said, it's okay, it's fine. Yeah.
Oh, December, which food are you representing?
South Bay, to the streets.
Wanasikia muziki zako ama?
They better.
Unaona tu.
They better.
Unaona tu kwa street.
South Bay, born and raised.
All-time favorite quote. Is there a quote that drives you towards your everyday life? Ama do you have a quote yourself yenye umeinvent, unajua hii ndio sasa kitu unashughulikia? Do you have one of those things inspiring you to do whatever you do?
I have a quote that I live by.
Yeah.
It's mine, by the way. But also there are quotes I live by, many quotes I live by. So what I live by, and it's even on my blog page, it's not what you do, it's who you are.
It's your quote?
Yeah. It's not what you do, it's who you are. I feel sometimes, now a lot of the times as humans, we get caught up in the things and the titles that are attached to us. I am this, I have this material, but as an inside person, how are you really?
So it's bad to...
It's not bad. I'm saying, are you more than what it is you own? Are you more than your title? Because before the possessions, you are still a human being. Before the court, the banker, the doctor, you are still a human being. Before everything, you are born as a human. How are you as a human? Because do you attach your value or your worth to the things you have and what you do? Or is your value intrinsic? The time I'd gone for a concert and people are being asked to introduce. It was a very intimate setting. People are being asked to introduce themselves. We're like 30 people. So I was the first. I was like, oh, my name is IMA. I'm an advocate with High Court. I listed everything. And then there's some chicks at the back who were asked, so, hey, your name? They said their names. This one chick said, I'm a lover of life. I'm a student of the universe. I am a constant learner. I was like, oh my God, I am shallow. I felt so shallow. And I was like, that's really, because singer, songwriter, that's okay. But you know, it's more of, I am human first before any of these things. So I'm a human who writes songs, I'm a human who can sing, I'm a human who can paint, I'm a human who practices law. So it's not what you do, but it's who you are as a person. And are you constantly trying to be better for yourself, for the people around you, for the community? Yeah.
And who you are, do you base it on someone else's opinion, and it has to come from within?
It must come from within. Self-awareness is everything, because you can only live according to somebody's opinions and expectations for so long. You'll always think that you're falling behind. You'll always be striving and trying to do things that are not part of who you are. And it gets exhausting. And at some point you stop putting up the act and then you show us who you really are. And guys go like, Roy, you were like this whole time. But kumbe, that's who you've always been.
Ama, how was your journey like? At what point did it ilifika ukasema tu, I am this and this is what I'm doing? Take it or leave it. Whatever else is painted of me is not me, and so it does not bother me. Like, your thick skin, what does it take to get to that point? At least how did it work out for you? Ama bado uko kwa your process, you're still on a journey of life.
My skin is not thick, first of all. My skin is soft as hell. But
metaphorically.
No, even metaphorically. I think I'm still on the journey, to be honest. I have experienced a series of life events that have gotten me here. There are different things that have not. All of us have different experiences. Mine happened to be the one time we were being told to choose subjects in Form 2, and there was a choice between business and between art, which is strange. I feel like that shouldn't be a choice because artists need business. But yes, it was art and business. And so my head, I said, Mr. Juma will want me to choose business. He'll want me to choose business. Even though I was a very talented artist, I had put it in my head that my dad would want me to choose business, my mom wanted to choose business, so I'll choose business. Even though I really wanted to do art, I really wanted to do art. I remember giving in my application because the teacher in charge of that whole process was my art teacher, Mrs. Adolwa, shout out. And she took my submission, and then she did this sigh, this silent sigh, and then she looked at me and she said, okay. It stuck with me because I'm like, she's seen something and she's disappointed that I'm taking business. Why? Because even I want to do art, so why am I taking business? So I went home that day, asked my dad,
Why?
Would you be okay if I took art? He said, see, it's your life. I'm like, excuse me, what? He's like,
are you okay?
Yeah, I was like, you don't want me to take business? My mom was just saying, just take art. Whatever you want to do, you do it. So that was one turnaround moment for me. Turning point, exactly. So when I went back to her, I told her, I made a mistake. Please put me for art. And that same year, she told my mom, because now when we had open day, she told my mom, your kid is a fine artist. Me, I didn't know what a fine artist was. I'd never had the term before. She told my mom she's a fine artist. I'm like, for real? Mom was like, for real? And yeah, so that was one of them. There's been very many instances of just believing in what I feel. Yeah, it's not right, it's not wrong, it's just what I think and what I feel. Also, an accident made me, that was nearly fatal, made me realize that you really honestly don't have the luxury of time like you think you do. So do what matters to you. Live a wholesome life. Have the quality of life where you're happy. You don't have regrets. You make mistakes, you move on from them. Mistakes are part of life, but you tried at least. You gave yourself the chance to try. Yeah. So it's not thick skin, it's more of experiences that I've gone through and what I've learned from the experiences. And some have been painful as hell. But
we are here.
We are alive.
Did you die?
Did we die though? Exactly. We didn't die.
Kuna kuanga na saying kama Mkenya already life inakuanga 3 goals ahead, so you need to equalize and get ahead of life. So personally, what has pushed you to be the version of you that you are today? Is it your parent or is it basically your beliefs and principles? From the way you've spoken, your parents walikuwa na nini impact kubwa sana kwa maisha yako. And hata already I'm feeling like one of them has to be a teacher. I'm not sure.
That's the lecturer. Yeah.
Yeah, but your parents and you especially being a last born, nini relationship yenu iko aje ama imekuwa aje?
That's an interesting question.
Yeah.
I'd say our relationship is good. They have given everything they could to me as a kid, and they keep giving. And I'm blessed and lucky to have those people as my parents. Growing up, they were strict. Okay, I was spoiled because I was the last one. I was spoiled. All my siblings hated it.
The girl,
No, we're 4 girls and 1 boy.
And you happen to be the last one.
And I happened to be the last one.
Hata Dimples una nani alichukua sasa kama kiwa?
Hakuna mtu kama Dimples. None. I think I feel like they were strict because they had all these girls in the house and they're just like, we can't have a pregnancy. Yeah. So they were really strict. But now when we are adults, they are so easy. It's just like, who are you guys? How? What is this? So I think our relationship right now is a lot better than it was when I was a kid because they were strict and they had to raise me. We were not friends with our parents when I was a child. Now it's more.
Despite being a last born.
Exactly. Of course I was spoiled, but now we get along a lot. In fact, I can call my dad right now. If he doesn't check up on me, it's amazing. I could never do that. Never. I would not be alive.
You haven't spoken much about your siblings. Because kuna pia vile hao wamekunini. Ulisema they are your fans.
I hope so.
You hope so. Wanafaa kuwa wamesubscribe pia. So kuna influence umepata kutoka kwa upase, like when you are starting off, obviously you can't go to your dad and tell him mzae nataka kuimba, because we know the feedback that will come with it. Mzae atakwambia wimbo za Mungu, obviously something of that sort. So assuming you confided in your siblings, did you get that support that you needed to push you to whatever it is you've done in life this far? Hata kama we are not looking at the musical journey now that you're late bloomer. Yeah.
Definitely. I say, and I like to say that I'm an amalgamation of all my siblings' personalities. I have taken something from every one of them. Wasime mapendo akisikia hii.
Na wote pia ni lawyers?
Oh God, no. No. They're not. Me and Dan who chose the hard struggles.
You are.
I'm the only lawyer.
I want to mentor. See, I think actually in big family households, you're always looking up to someone up where you're doing with their brother or your sister.
I look up to them. I look up to them. The reason I got into art was because of my bro. My bro could draw. My sister could
You actually
sing.
draw like in real life, pencils and...
I can't draw. I can draw. I don't like to draw. I like to paint. Drawing, I feel is I want color. I like color. Drawing, I feel like is like delaying the color. Like just give me the color now.
So at the high school, isemekana when fine artist, it was to do with painting, nothing like drawing.
Painting.
Africa vizuri.
I could draw. Even people who enjoy that chick who in class would anapeana book biology atore mimi. I was that person, but I don't like drawing. I don't enjoy drawing. I like to paint. I like brush, canvas, color. I like that process.
Freedom of expression.
Exactly. I can mess up, and you know when you mess up in paint, it's harder to rub. So you have to commit to this mistake. Then this mistake happens to be something else that's really, really cool. But my siblings are not in the same career path as me, but they have influenced me artistically and business-wise. My sister is a banker. She's very money conscious. Me, I spend money like I am at
No tomorrow. If it is there.
Exactly. So that's her. My bro, an artist and a singer. My other sister, a singer. She is also brilliant with PR. She's in PR. Me, I like to say I have social anxiety. So even when you say here, I just sat in silence because I don't talk easily. I don't know. It's just yeah. So but her, she knows how to fake it till she makes it. She talks. So I've learned that from her. My other sister is very good with people. She's a very witty, charming, approachable person. So you can't help but talk to her. Like you can't lenga this chick. So I've picked up different things from them, not necessarily in the career sense, but as a human. Yeah.
All your life, kuna time umegrow wacha mkakuja Nairobi. Maisha yako, your upbringing, tuongelee because it's basically foundation. Mnaendanga hata ushago ama unasikianga tu kuna place inaitwa ushago?
Naendanga ushago.
Basically, do you have some village influence within you? Ama ukienda wende unafundishwa mother tongue bado? And how was it? How was it?
Born and bred Nairobi. But my parents took us shags every deck. Holidays.
The entire December, 1 week, 3 days.
Maybe 1 week hivi. So
all of you?
Yeah, all of us. Yeah, nobody got left behind. All of us, and we crammed into my dad's Peugeot.
No one was old enough to be left.
Even if they're old enough, it doesn't matter. We are going. It's a family thing. Tunaenda sisi wote. At your university, we're going. So we used to go either to my dad's side when my grandparents were alive, even my mom's side sometimes. So shags is something that I'm very okay with. I loved shags. As a kid, I loved it. It's the one place I could walk without slippers. I just be barefoot, panda trees. We have a hill behind, so I'd go with my cousins. It was so much fun. And then also just being there with your cousins, because like it was literally a clan thing. You bring your kids, may bring my kids, bring our kids, and the kids now have that time. So I've grown up in Nairobi, but I go shags.
Yeah.
My influence now, ethnically or tribally, is the fact that I sing some songs in Luo.
Yeah.
I haven't released them yet, but we did a song as a band in Luo, full Luo. I told the other lead singer is Kikuyu, but he sang. That band was so wholesome, man. But yeah, so the songs that I will release that will be in Luo. Actually, the collaboration I want to do soon is going to be Luo in Kiswahili, no, in English. Yeah.
Are we not looking forward to that if you release it tomorrow? Yeah.
Give me the money.
Oh, it takes money.
Yeah.
We were speak only Jibu Swahili, but at some point we were talking about the production process. So as it is right now, who is your main producer, and how is it working with him or her? There's something about being an artist and having someone who knows to bring out the kind of music that you want. Would you say uko producer wako ako hivyo? Are you in that place? Am you are still open to options, working with various producers? Try to figure out the exact kind of music you want to do in the long run?
Me, I'm always open to collaborating with other people. You can't. I don't believe in sticking with one person. Of course, he translates my music really well, but it's also just as you're an artist, you're also going to reinvent yourself and get different sounds and get different inspirations, and sometimes somebody else might be able to bring that side of you out. So it's not, I don't think you should lock yourself into like just working with one person. Okay, you can do that, it's an option. But for me personally, I wouldn't mind working with other people because I have worked with other people and I liked it, and sometimes I didn't like it, so I went So it's just, again, now that's the trial and error part. You work with different people, you either gel or you don't. Yeah.
Life before na life sahi, ukarudishwa back in time, would you stay there ama utarudi tu huku hivi?
Knowing what I know now, siwezi rudi. Can't go back. How? No, I couldn't go back. Technology is amazing. It helped us do so much that we couldn't do. And we can connect more, there's so much you can do with technology. You can see places you could never have seen before. Like now, I can say my dream destination is Santorini. Ningeona Santorini wapi? I'd never have seen it. So technology is a really good thing. Of course, there's the challenges when it comes to, not challenges, but there's a bad to every good. And just the fact that now connection is also a bit impersonal. I think that's the downside to it. Because you talk to people but you don't really know how they're doing. You know, you think because mna cheka now Instagram, they're fine, but they're not. In real life, exactly. So you hear your pal has committed suicide and
so
you're just like...
So it's possible to impersonate ama kufake nini? Vitu ka vibe huwezi fake. At least I think.
Everybody's faking it. I feel like everybody's faking it because you don't know you can't test authenticity because people are now just going, okay, there are people who you know. Sindio? Guys who, like, for example, I know you. But somebody who just come into my DM and be like, let's be friends. Okay. How does this work? Because friendships usually, for me, I feel like they're authentic. They start somewhere, we either have something in common, and we're in the same setting, and then we just start talking and then it just grows. Now it's just, how do you navigate that? How do you know whether this person is actually an authentic human being and they really want friendship or they want other things?
Yeah.
How do you know? Yeah.
Now, tukikaribia kumaliza, tulikuwa kwa generations za notes. Kuna time hapo hivyo manoti zilitokea mingi. Not ya 5 book, not ya 10 book, not ya 20 book. Were you honored to use this currency ama ulisikia tu story?
This was back in the day. This was back. I have never used them, but I have seen them.
Oi, never. Kutumwa kwa duka na 20 book ya noti. The next question is going to be, what were the colors? Kobole ilikuwa?
20 was orange. Yeah? It was orange. 20 was orange, 5 was green, 10 was blue.
So must switch it the other way around.
Really?
5 was orange.
Wongo. 20 was orange. I remember 20 was orange.
10 was purple.
Oh yes. Okay, purple, blue.
Green was
5.
Tuta confirm nitaziweka hapo chini.
Shida.
Yes, 50 bob ni color.
Pink. Red. That's red, yeah? It's red.
It's not.
What color is that?
That color lakini uko na siku moja.
Purple.
Ish. Tuso.
Blue. 5 so green. Giri brown. Can't catch me sleeping.
Aya, notiza hizo za 2010 July. 50 bob ilikuwa na nini nyuma?
This is not going to go well for me.
Mbele. Di mbele ujue.
Is ilikuwa ya za 2010?
Notiza noti ya before, hizi noti zenye zilibaniwa.
Zilikuwa na, they had the faces of presidents. Yeah.
So turudi tu nyuma. Nini ilikuwa kwa 50 bob? So moja. So mbili. So tano.
I know, was there an elephant somewhere?
Tao moja.
Niliona tao wapi nikiwa, even as a kid, where would I find 1,000 shillings? Where?
Oh, we are talking about
Oh now?
Yeah.
Oh now? Ukisema right now, 1,000 has an elephant. The 200, one of them has a hippo.
Take your time. Hata kama uko nazo unaweza toa uangalie.
The 50 bob has lions. The 200 bob has how do I not know my notes? I use these things every day.
Lipa na M-Pesa. You don't have to say it. You can tell the kind of transactions you do, which is good considering all the factors. So I think that's it for today. Our guest was IMA. I hope you enjoyed the show. Let us know who you'd like to see.
That's all I have.
Thank you for gracing us with your presence yourself. And to a viewer, mtu akikuona kwa street, nini anafaa kujua kabla ku approach?
Don't come from the back. Don't come from the back. I can't fight. Just from the front. That's all. And just say hi. Just. I think Sinanga. Okay, I'm weird because I get I nashtuka raisi, but imagine we'll talk, we have a conversation, you'll be like, oh, I saw you. We'll talk.
As your social media handles?
So on Instagram it's IMAQ, IMAQUE. On Facebook it is Music by IMA, at Music by IMA. On Twitter it is IMA Music 3. I'm trying to synchronize all this shit. I know, I'm trying.
It's clever.
Yes. On YouTube it's IMA. The channel is called IMA.
TikTok.
I don't know, I keep laughing. It's not funny. On TikTok, it is IMAQ. So IMMA.
What happens on TikTok anyway?
We live our best lives. That's what happens on TikTok. There's no judgment.
It's not about photos.
It's not about photos. It's about now. You literally see people's creative talents on TikTok, and it's just the weirdest thing. And then it's so much more relatable than Instagram. Instagram, everybody's flexing about where they are going, what they are wearing, what they are eating. TikTok is just the rest of us. It's just others to go up to. You can film with makeup, without makeup. You can film in your bed, in your toilet. Like it's just anything goes. I love it for that. And you're just you're.
Instagram is limiting. Whatever you meant.
Instagram is limiting. No, right now they have this option of the reels where now you can create things, but the primary Instagram product is pictures and images. And those images, exactly, and images, again, people live, they don't show everything about their life, they just show the good, and the good can give you anxiety because you're just like, this chick was in this restaurant today, tomorrow she's in Masai Mara, the next week she's getting married, you're just like,
pressure.
What is my life?
What am I doing?
Exactly. TikTok didn't have that. And so on TikTok, I am IMMAQUEL8. Like 8, the number 8, immaculate. Yes.
Oh, that's clever.
Right?
Got you.
Thanks.
Sasa, you have a baby you are nurturing. Not literally a baby, you're talking about your job. Just talk a little bit about that. Like, what exactly is it do you do?
Okay. So
it's a marketing opportunity.
Yes.
Sasa sema.
Okay. Oh, I run an organization called Outlaw Kenya, but the government knows us as Culture Shift. We are a bunch of legal practitioners and creatives, so like a community. So what we do is provide legal consultancy to creatives. Just because I'm a creative, it's a very personal thing as well.
Yeah.
So we do 3 things, right? We offer academic resources through blogging and also actual academic papers. We hold trainings. We have trainings online and offline. Or right now they're online because pandemic. And then we also provide legal consultancy to creatives, and that sometimes also manifests in legal representation, which we also do. With our panel of lawyers. And
there's a panel as well.
yes. And then we also form partnerships with people in the industry, with creatives in the industry. So both individuals, state organizations, associations, councils. Yeah. So we have some networks in the industry, in animation, in gaming, in music, in film, in visual art.
It looks like e concept to come up with it yourself. How long has it been in existence?
Since 2017.
You said you started it yourself.
Yes.
You need to give flowers to someone out there.
No, to me. And it sounds self-absorbed, but the first rant I told you I did. I ranted, I posted, and then I ran it for a year by myself because it's just a blog, and then it morphed into an organization. So now at that point is when I met people who are like-minded that would like to join, and that's how we became a team. So now we work together, and it's just like it's growing, it keeps growing. So it's a beautiful thing, because now for me, even if it's just to make an impact in one person's life, that for me is everything. And also I just feel sometimes creatives, we need a big brother to tell us, don't do this. You think you want to, but don't. Us we made mistakes. And now if you have a big brother or a big sister, it helps the journey become a lot easier.
You as well talked about seeing contracts.
Yeah.
Contracts, the artist unaona kama it's in a way oppressive.
Very.
How are you able to tell? Like ni aje unaweza tell hii contract itakuwa unfair for you, considering kunaweza kuwa pia na vitu zingine. Unajua kuna vile contract inaweza kuwa hivi, but unaambiwa sasa kuna hii, ndio kwa maana kwa contract iko hivi. Like I'm trying to see if corporates have the artist's best interest at heart when drafting a contract. Could that be true?
Well, I've worked with corporates who have the interest of the artist at heart. Some just tell me, actually, right now, so how do I say this? Corporates that are, let me just rephrase. So the corporates that are built in the creative industry, their bread and butter is mostly creative expressions and how they can monetize on those. Some of those are very good to the creatives. In fact, even me, I'd draft a contract and tell me, can you make it better for the creative? I've had people like that, and I love those kind of clients. But for every 2 of those, there's 6 of those who just want to take. And they want to their end goal is, numbers and figures and profits, and you're just a product on the process. They don't really think of you or what this contract would mean for you, They forget that this creative has clothes put on their back, a family to feed, a continuing contract, a continuing career to think about. This is not just one gig, I need to have other gigs. So for every 2 good ones, there's 6 bad ones. Yeah.
Well,
but let me just clarify. Let me just add to that. When I say bad contract, I mean oppressive, but I don't mean it can't be negotiated. Contracts are not set in stone. They're not the Bible. You as a creative, if you feel it's oppressive, negotiate and see if you can get to a point where it's a middle ground and a compromise that can be reached. But if kikiumana also, it's good. It's okay to walk away from a contract. You can walk away.
Now I see the sense, because for someone who does not have that many, kuja na contract, always there's something in it for you.
Yeah.
So it needs someone else to tell you that they are being oppressive.
Yeah.
So that's where
a third eye will help.
Yeah. Okay. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap?
It's a wrap, everybody.
I saw the Boeing is very 2011. And I was like, I just learned it, y'all, man.
2011?
Not 2011, 2018. Whoa. So I'm not gonna
before
dab.
After dab.
It was dabbing, then it was cool. So I think it's like, I'm just gonna stop embarrassing myself now.
fans si baada ya ambia mafans wako kitu au hujambia mafans kitu?
Nimeshaambia. Like, follow, subscribe.
It doesn't get more personal. To say, I love you guys, keep doing what you're doing.
You want me to go there? Sawa. Yes. No, I appreciate every single view, every single like. There's a guy.
You need me to get out of
Leave the shot. There's this dude who went on the video and he went like, why isn't this song at a million? It was like he was mad. I told this dude, let me tell you, if I have concerts, you have free tickets for life. For life. So yeah, I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you. Yeah.
Juices. Dab.
Out.
Whoa.
I'm not going to dab. You won't end my career.